the sky. I can go twice as high. Just take a look. It's in the book. Everything you go. I can be anything. Take a look. It's in the book. Everything rainbow. Everything rainbow.
Alright. Try one more time to beat this level. One more frickin' time, and then I give up. Oh, God, I hate this game! God! Oh my God, that's it. I'm done. You know what? Screw this. I don't know how to beat this crap. I hate this game. I hate all these games. How do I do it? Should I just Google how to frickin' beat this crap? No. It's not what gamers did back then. They didn't use frickin' Google to find the answers on how to beat video games. No. They had other methods. They had power. Nintendo power. Alright. The question is, where the hell did I put all those goddamn magazines? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to find the issue I'm looking for on here. Ah, crap. I mean, I guess I could go through them one at a time. I don't know. Check this one out. Yeah, this is going to take a bit longer than I thought it would be. This one doesn't even have a cover. You know, I never really took care of these when I was a kid. I mean, who did? I mean, you had these magazines in the mail, you're a kid, you're excited, you're looking through to find all the answers to video games, and hell, I tore the crap out of these. I mean, I would rip off the covers, I'd pull out the slips, pull out the posters, but you know what? You're excited reading this. All you want to do is read about video games when you were a kid anyway. You know, I think I started getting issues of Nintendo Power at that old Dragon Warrior giveaway, actually. Enix actually ended up partnering with Nintendo on this. What you did is that you just signed up for Nintendo Power and you got a free copy of Dragon Warrior. It was a pretty cool way to get people to sign up for the magazine, as well as get introduced into the RPG genre for the Nintendo. Now, I really think I still have that registration card somewhere, but at this point it's probably long gone in the trash. Thanks to my parents throwing out most of my magazines, including the first 20 issues or so of Nintendo Power, which unfortunately got damaged due to water damage. But you know what? I'll eventually get those back. But in the meantime, since I don't have the first 20 issues, I figured I'd just start with the earliest issue I have, which actually happens to be issue number 20, a duplicate copy I had. But as you can see, pretty terrible condition. So since you're not going to be able to see the cover of this issue, I might as well provide you with a picture of what it looks like right here. I swear, this artwork is just as bad as the label artwork for Mega Man 1. I mean, look at this hideous image of Mega Man. He looks like he has some serious problems. Just turning onto the first page of Nintendo Power, you know you're entering a world of retro gaming wonder. Just look at those contests. Featured guides, video updates, players' forums, tips from the pros, special reports, and of course the info zone. And who could forget our faithful mascot for Nintendo Power, Nestor. First things first. Let's check out the mail. A little section called Player's Pulse. Some of these letters makes me wonder what the hell Nintendo was choosing when they picked out these envelopes for the mail. This one, for example. Some family was peddling off their 23-year-old son's Game Boy and sold it to some other family. That's just plain weird to me. With these college kids spending half their vacation on the Game Boy in the hotel room. Alright. I can't lie. I do the same thing on my vacations, too. Enough about mail. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of it. First stop, a Mega Man 3 walkthrough. Geez, just like the cover, looks like Mega Man has seen much better days. Ugh. The guide does do an excellent job of showing you what's in store for each level, walking through where you'll encounter swarms of enemies or mysterious encounters. But you know, this is a Mega Man game. I don't care what sort of guide you're using, these games are going to kick your ass anyway. The only good thing about it is, it does tell you how to beat certain bosses, as in what weapons you should use, and what order you should take the game in. Not so fast, Wily? Not so fast yourself. Well, what do we have here? Wired Game Pack Never Forgets. A technological breakdown of how the save system works. Yeah, as a 9-year-old, I don't think I'd be interested in learning how video game saves work. Sure, nowadays I'm all into this sort of thing, but all I really wanted to read about back then was video games. What the hell does MMC 1, 2, 3, 72, 36, mask ROMs, connector pins, file compression, logic gates? Ah! Anyway, moving on. What do we have here? Immortal, huh? A dungeon-dwelling adventure with danger? Huh. I honestly think I remember renting this game after reading this guide. I also remember this game being a pile of crap. Or should I say, orc doo-doo. Hell, I think I just wanted to get up to that final conflict with the dragons. Never did. Looks like it was boring anyway. But I admit, I am tempted to try this game again after looking at these images. Ah, here we go. Classified information, my favorite section. Some of the most epic cheats and hints in the history of gaming were listed in classified information. Top secret, of course. In a day where the only time you heard about cheat codes was by word of mouth. That Konami code spread like wildfire in my classroom. Teachers probably thought it was some sort of cult password. Let's see, what do we have? Final Fantasy Invisible Man? Meh, knew about it. Ooh, Dragon Spirit, I love this game. What? 20-up cheat? I didn't even know about this. I could have used this. Some cheats are great, but others, they didn't do much but provide some gimmicky stuff like a sound test. Funny how Nintendo Power is also recruiting secret agents to provide their cheat codes. Wonder if anyone out there still watching this was a Nintendo Power agent back in the day. I would have been Agent 69. Ah, we're coming up on this little gem, a game called Deja Vu. I do like how they turned the strategy guide into some sort of detective's notebook. Fits the game style, and honestly makes me want to play the game even more. I just love how everything is a question that you're meant to answer. Very rhetorical. And don't forget to take those notes. You're a detective now. A bad one says you have to use Nintendo Power, obviously. Now we got Gremlins 2, the new batch. Well, according to this guide, I didn't even realize the Gremlins were so, vocal. They didn't even have this sort of vocabulary back in the movies. This is one of those games I really remember wanting when I was a kid, and renting it once or twice, but never coming close to beating it. Here we come across the Game Boy guide. And once Nintendo came out with more and more systems, they really had to streamline the way they promoted games in Nintendo Power. When it was just Nintendo, it was easy. They could spend pages on games. But with the Game Boy out, and later the SNES, they really had to stretch it thin. Here we have some Dragon's Lair, which is terrible, Burai Fighter, which was actually a blast, and what the is this? What is this? A mercenary force? What is wrong with his face? Well, I'm not playing this sort of crap. Actually, I think I had this game when I was a kid, but I don't remember the big-headed freak here. Tips for Scrabble? Really? Look up some words. There, that's a strategy guide for Scrabble. Of course. Our Game Boy Top 10. They always had it in their first-party titles at the top. But, Final Fantasy Legend was on there, so I approved this list. Here we are with one of my favorite aspects of Nintendo Power, the comics. Howard and Nestor were the bomb. And the funny thing is that I thought they were both real people, actually. It was only until later on that I realized that Howard was a real one and Nestor was just a made-up punk kid. Turns out that after Howard Phillips left Nintendo, he actually started working for companies such as THQ, LucasArts, and even Microsoft. Nowadays, you can see him working on his own video game consulting company. Good on you, Howard. Keep it up. Ooh, the Miracle Piano. Still don't have one of these. But damn, look at those tones it comes with. I have to say, when it comes to creating some innovative ideas, Nintendo was always top-notch. Who else can make a game out of a piano? Here we go. Counselor's Corner. This is my section back in the day. I can't tell you how many times I've been crawling back to games I couldn't beat after Counselor's Corner came out with some answers to some of those questions that I had. It was nice to see I wasn't alone in getting stuck in some areas. Oh man, but seriously, check out those hairstyles. Wonder where these people are now. I'm half tempted to Google their names. As always, it wasn't Nintendo Power without having a contest. I think I entered a few of these, but most times I just filled out the damn card and never sent it in. Here you've got an opportunity to be part of a Valiant comic book series based on Captain N. Hell, I wonder why I didn't enter this one, considering I was obsessed with comics back then. I'm sort of jealous of the winner now. Now playing gives us a look at some of the more recent releases. Let's see, we have Conquest of the Crystal Palace, good game. Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu, ooh, that game went up in price, and, oh god. Silver Surfer, kill it with fire. As for scoring, I never understood these power rankings. Second Olympic Judge, who came up with 2.8, 2.9, and what's the difference, and what does it mean? Onwards to the NAS Achievers section, where everyone could brag that they got a high score or beat the game. Really? You're saying you beat the game? That's an accomplishment? I'm sorry, But saying you beat Adventures in the Magic Kingdom is not an accomplishment. Nor Crystalis, or Final Fantasy, or Rescue Rangers. Okay, Ninja Gaiden 2, yeah, props to you people. I like how it says here, send in proof of your accomplishments on a 35mm camera. Yeah, have fun taking a picture of that. Onwards to the top 30 list. Alright, let's give this a look-see. Okay, Mario Bros. 3. Alright, that deserves number 1. Final Fantasy is number 2, and that makes sense. Crystalis, number 3. I approve 100%. Got some pretty good top 10 here. Wait a second. Back to the Future? Are you guys freaking insane? Have you not played that game before? Are you guys paid off? Alright, that's it. I've lost all respect for the rankings of this issue. Here we got dealers' picks with points that, once again, don't make any sense, and apparently they all have nasal issues. Nearing the end of our issue, we get a celebrity profile on New Kids of the Block. Okay. Nice looking hairstyle there, Donnie. You go play that Game Boy. Last but not least, which I think is last because I'm missing the last 2 pages of the issue apparently, we got the Pack Watch. This is a nice little preview of a rare game of Metal Storm coming out. Konami teasing Cyber Base Wars, which was a freaking amazing game. And oh man, I remember seeing the first teaser screenshots of the Super Nintendo and I practically lost it. Well, as much as I wish I had the last 2 pages of this issue, I don't, so I can't tell you what they had. But, you know, it was nice to see Mario Brothers on the top 10 list. Unfortunately, Back to the Future was also. Well, it was also cool to learn how to get 20 extra lives in Dragon Spirit. I'll still never be able to beat Mega Man 3 no matter what this guy tells me. And you know what? I think I'm going to jump back in and play Deja Vu and try to be a detective. All in all, a pretty good volume for Nintendo Power issue number 20. But don't take my word for it. As always, folks, I hope you enjoyed the show. And until next time, keep on gaming.
Butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high. Just take a look. It's the everything rainbow. I can see anything. Take a look. It's the everything rainbow.